So a Senate report comes out talking about how different corporations are avoiding taxes. They use Caterpillar as an example. There are many examples. Caterpillar might not even be the best example, but they at least have a case here where they can show you exactly how much money they have hidden from us by going to Switzerland. So first of all, let me quote the Hill here. Caterpillar avoided $2.4 billion in taxes thanks to a reorganization that housed its most profitable business in Switzerland, according to that Senate report that I was talking about. Now, let me tell you how they did this. Back in 1999, they decided, hey, you know what? Let's spend a good deal of money on accounting tricks to see if we can find one where we can shelter our money. And they did. They spent $55 million to develop that tax strategy. Now, that seems like a lot of money. Is it going to be worthwhile? Well, I already told you, they now saved $2.4 billion in taxes that they should have paid but didn't pay because of that accounting gimmick. Well, isn't that nice? Why does the accounting gimmick exist in the first place? Because our politicians put it there. Why do they put it there? Because they get campaign donations from companies like Caterpillar. So how does the specifics work? Well, in Switzerland, your tax rate is 4 to 6%. Our tax rate for corporations is 35%. So obviously that's a huge savings if you can move your money to Switzerland. Now, the reality is that Caterpillar actually does its work in the United States. It doesn't do it in Switzerland. Let me explain further. Before the 1999 restructuring, the company reported at least 85% of its parts profits in the United States. So before they do the trick, 85% of their profits are rightly in the United States where they actually earn them. The U.S. is also home to 54 manufacturing facilities and 10 warehouses for parts. Switzerland does not have any of those. Caterpillar has none of those in Switzerland. Caterpillar has 8,300 employees working on parts on that specific division. 65 parts employees work in Switzerland. Let's do some quick math on that. Oh, that would be less than 0.5% of their workforce that actually is in Switzerland. So, well, I'm sure that they moved 0.5% of their profits to Switzerland, right? Well, you see where this is going. They moved 85% of their profits to Switzerland. And that said, well, no. Technically, we're doing our work there. Look, we transferred the money from here to there to over there, and then look at that. Our subsidiary in Switzerland made 85% of the profits. Now, look, do you know how easy it is to stop this? First of all, there's already an IRS, actually a congressional law that tells the IRS that, hey, you shouldn't let them do this trick. But the IRS doesn't bother doing it. Why? Republicans, oftentimes working with Democrats, have slashed the IRS budget, and the minute any IRS investigation happens, they go, oh my God, partisanship, IRS scandal, leave our friends alone. Friends like Caterpillar that are bilking the government from $2.4 billion. Now, somebody's got to pay that bill. Who pays that bill? Of course, we do. They increase taxes on us so that they can decrease taxes on Caterpillar. Now, John McCain, who had been working on this report and had agreed on several different occasions with it, in this case said, no, I love Caterpillar. Now, so they asked John McCain, hey, wait a minute now, why don't you agree with the conclusion on Caterpillar? It's facts, numbers, there's no way to dispute it. McCain's spokesman declined to detail the senator's specific concerns with the document. In other words, I don't know, man, I got paid. I don't give a damn what your specifics are. I don't care what the facts are. I don't care how many billions of dollars they took from U.S. taxpayers. I don't care. I vote with Caterpillar. Wolf-pack.com, man. Wolf-pack.com. Okay, the report, and apparently there's a few honest politicians left that put this report together. Credit to them. By the way, Carl Levin's retiring. He was the lead investigator here. So now that he's gone, okay, we'll have someone more corrupt replace him. That'll be great, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat. The report called on the IRS to cast a closer look on such arrangements and to question whether there's actual economic substance to the moves beyond lowering a tax bill, as required by law. In reality, they're supposed to say, hey, wait a minute. Do you actually have substance in Switzerland? Are you actually making the parts in Switzerland? Is that where your profit actually is? But the IRS doesn't do any of that investigation. Now, remember the recent so-called IRS scandal? When the IRS actually looked into 501c4s, which are supposed to be charities that are supposed to be doing social welfare. By the way, in that law, they're supposed to be doing it exclusively social welfare. Somehow that got interpreted into mainly social welfare. Somehow that got interpreted to spend as much money in politics as you like. But when they looked into it ever so briefly, into both conservative and liberal groups, what happened? Republicans are like, IRS scandal, they're only looking at conservative groups. Lie, it is not true, it doesn't matter, they just keep repeating it on Fox News, they keep having hearings about it. So then they say, leave our poor friends, the multinational corporations that have bought us, alone, so we could funnel, we could take like a caterpillar and lift up $2.4 billion and dump it into their profits and out of our taxpayer pockets. And that's how they stole our government from us. wolf-pack.com. There's only one answer. There's not two answers. There are not two issues. You know, there's that famous quote from Vince Lombardi. Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Getting money out of politics, as far as the political sphere is concerned, it's not everything. It's the only thing. Because if you don't do that, we're going to get robbed on this Caterpillar case. We're going to get robbed in the oil subsidies. We're going to get robbed in every imaginable way, and we already do. And it's only getting worse.